Time for this week's pickup video. Well, it's been a couple weeks since I've done a pickup video, and in the interim, I've actually picked up a lot of stuff. I didn't do a pickup video last weekend because I was at an arcade party at one of my buddy's house. Had a good time up there. Played a lot of games. Actually set a high score for Galaga. Not too bad. Here's a picture right here of the high score I set. About 594,000 points. My latest high score was about 400 and something, so I pretty much eclipsed my own personal best, so pretty stoked about that. Anyway, on to the pickups. Picked up some television games. First one was Swords and Serpents for my television game system. It's a dungeon type crawler, overhead view. Got your little knight guy there holding his sword out in front of him, and basically you just run around, you collect treasure and stuff, and fight knights and other little critters that appear. It's an interesting game. It's kind of fun. Next one I picked up, another kind of dungeon type game, was Tower of Doom. This is a neat little game as well. It reminds me a lot of Temple of Asphi, or Ashfi, or however you pronounce it. Plays a lot like that. Reminds me quite a bit of that game. So it's a lot of fun. It's a real good RPG type game for the television. Then I picked up Dig Dug for my Intellivision. Had no idea they made this for the Intellivision, so was pretty stoked to find it. It actually plays really nice. Controls are really tight. My hands get a little cramped trying to keep pushing those buttons on the side of the Intellivision controller to throw out the little air pump thing. But other than that, it plays really well. Another little thing that's kind of quirky is anytime you destroy an enemy, it kind of pauses for like 2 seconds. You can't move or anything. It just sits there, showing the guy exploded and you're just stuck. So I don't know what's going on with that, but other than that, no complaints. Good game. Then for my Nintendo 64, I picked up Charlie Blast's Territory. Charlie Blast Territory. Puzzle game. It plays a lot like the PS1 game, The Bombing Islands, which I picked up a few weeks ago. Basically, you move these little bombs around on these platforms and you try to blow up all these squares and only leave one left with you standing on it. Plays exactly like The Bombing Islands. And I think it's made by the same company, Kemco. I have to check that out. Not too bad of a game for a puzzle game. Then for my ColecoVision system, I picked up 4 games for it. 2 of which were a gift from a friend of mine, Joshua, who does the Turtle Flakes podcast. You can find that podcast on the Retro Junkies Network. I'll link you down there. And he's also on iTunes as well. And he talks about everything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's actually had some interviews of some of the artists on his podcast. It's a lot of fun to listen to if you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it's just something to check out. Anyway, he sent me Tarzan. Me, Willie. You, Jane. Basically, it's kind of like, it's a little like Pitfall and a little like Jungle Hunt. Basically, you play Tarzan, and the first thing you got to do is try to rescue your little monkey friend, Simba. Is that his name? I don't remember Tarzan's little monkey friend's name. And we got to rescue him first. And as you play the game, you got to rescue some more apes, and I think Jane's in there. It's a fun game. It's a really good. I really enjoy it. The next one I picked up, well, I didn't pick up. Joshua sent me, was BC's Quest for Tires by Sierra Online. Kind of plays like Smurfs a little bit. Basically, you're BC, the comic book character, and you're riding your little stone wheel unicycle, and you got to jump holes and objects on the ground, and then you got to duck limbs, and got to jump across the water on top of these dinosaurs' heads. it's a neat little action game. If you like Smurfs Rescue and Gargamel's Castle, you'll probably like this as well. It's not too bad of a game. Then I picked up Oil's Well by Sierra Online. This game is great. I can't say enough about this game. It is a lot of fun. Plays a little bit like Pac-Man, where you got to collect these oil pellets underneath the ground. You have chalices you can pick up for extra points. There is a landmine that runs around that'll destroy you if it hits you. And you got little critters. They're called the Uzis that run around in the maze that you can actually eat with your pipe, claw, whatever it is, drill. And it's a good game. It's a lot of fun. I get to about level 3. I think I got to level 4 the other day. But it's a very challenging game. It's based on an old PC game with the same name. So if you ever get a chance to try this game out, I highly recommend that one. Then I got a really good classic game for my ColecoVision, River Raid by Activision. Carol Shaw. Good version of River Raid. Graphically enhanced, of course. It's on the ColecoVision. Basic gameplay is still there. Speed up, slow down, shoot the objects in the water, the ships, the balloons, collect your fuel. Make sure you wait for that tank to go across the bridge before you destroy it to get extra points. But it's a great game. Activision put out a lot of good games in their day. Now for my Nintendo NES, I picked up RoboCop 3. Not too bad. It's okay. Plays nice. It plays a little bit better than the original RoboCop game I've got on my NES. It's a little challenging, of course, but it's still a lot of fun to play. Then for my Game Boy Advance, I picked up a game called Fortress. Focus. There we go. Fortress. This is kind of fun. Basically, what you do in this game is you're trying to build a fort like Tetris. Your pieces of your fort drop down from the top of the screen. And they're like little Tetris pieces. And as you get them all put together, pieces of your fort start to appear. And once you get enough of the fort built, you can start shooting at the other fortress that's over next to you. And you try to destroy the other one before they destroy you. And you can continually update your castle with more rooms or more weapons and things like that as you play the game. Now, if you like Tetris, this is a neat variation of the Tetris theme. A lot of fun to play. I had no idea what this game was. I just picked it up on a whim. I'm pretty pleasantly surprised by it. And then for the PC, I picked up the Activision Anthology Remix Edition. No video because it's still sealed. I didn't open it up. But basically, it's a collection of Activision games. And there are a ton of them on here. You see all that list right there. There's a whole bunch of games on that thing. So I thought it was kind of cool to pick up for the PC. I got Activision Anthology on my Game Boy Advance, the little cartridge. And I think I got it on the PS2 as well. But couldn't pass this up. It was a great price, so I went ahead and picked it up anyway. And then over at IntellivisionLives.com, Keith Robinson found a box of CDs they didn't know they had that they're selling right now. Last time I looked, I think there was 18 of them left, and it's called Intellivision Rocks for the PC. I think it's like $19.95, so it's a good steal. Plus, he sends you a couple Running Man decals. That's awesome. But on this CD, you've got, of course, it says it plays the actual code from the original Intellivision cartridges on your PC or Mac. The complete collection of Intellivision games from 3 publishers, Activision and Magic. There's games from the IntelliVoice Entertainment System on here. We have package art, credits, development history, and Intellivision oddities. Never before seen games. Dozens of video clips, including programmer interviews, original TV commercials, and unreleased game footage. So, a wealth of Intellivision information is on this CD here. So, if you have any interest in Intellivision, and you want to get one of these CDs that are no longer in print, pop over to IntellivisionLives.com, and I believe click on the store link, and you'll find a linky to this bad boy here. You can pick one up while they're still available. Once these are gone, they're gone. There's no more. So that's cool. Then for my Sega Genesis, I picked up Konami's Sunset Riders, complete in the box. I love this game in the arcade. And this plays pretty much exactly like it. I'm not very good at it, but I still enjoy it quite a bit. So this is a great find I had. And then for my Sega Master System, I picked up a complete in box Miracle Warriors. Now, it's a role-playing game, of course. And I guess I played it for this video up here, and all I kept doing was finding thieves. I couldn't find anything else. But it's got the manual, it's got the cartridge, and it also included the map as well, which I think is really neat. Unfold it here. Pull up the map. The map. Return the map. So that's kind of cool. They had the map and everything else in the box. I'm not too thrilled about the game. It's, it's alright, I guess, but I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. But I got it for a good price, so I can't complain. Alright, that's Miracle Warriors. Get over there, you. And then lastly, for my original Xbox, I picked up Battle Engine Aquila. Ooh, back up. There we go. Battle Engine Aquila. Now, I love any type of game that has a mech in it. And basically that's what this is. It's a big mech that you control that can actually fly around and do all kinds of neat stuff. It's a pretty fun game. It's very challenging. I think I had this once before, a long time ago when I first got my Xbox. And I don't have it anymore. So I don't know if I misplaced it or I sold it off. I don't know. But I couldn't believe I sold off this game because I liked it so much. But I was glad to get this back, get it back into my collection. It's a lot of fun. If you get a chance to play this, give it a try. It's a lot of fun to play if you like mech games. So that's all the pickups this week. Thanks for watching.